Acres the Cottonwood Peak fire has burned. But first,
I feel like it's a fair and valid point, but I would still like to use my phone at lunch.
Many school districts are back in session, some with new cell phone policies, as we've covered. School Watch tops 2 News Nevada Evening Edition at 4 o'clock. Many schools are testing new ways to restrict cell phones and other smart devices that can distract students from learning.
And following their pilot program last spring, the Washoe County School Board has officially adopted their Phone Away, Learn Today policy. Michaela Hardy joins us live in the newsroom after getting a closer look at the impacts in the classrooms. All right, Michaela, how are things looking since school started?
Yeah, Ari, teachers and administrators say they're seeing a big difference in students, both academically and in their social behaviors.
I'm seeing less kids eating alone at lunch, more kids seeking out others and excited to join sports. We just had soccer tryouts and we had so many kids show up for that. So it's really fun to see these kids getting involved in social activities.
Plus, Delicia says she noticed test scores increased quite a bit last spring semester when the policy first started that requires students to leave their phones in their lockers all day. The Carson City School District implemented their cell phone policy a couple years ago. You may remember us reporting on that. And since then, they say it's been a huge success.
Fights were down by almost 40%. Insubordination, disrespect was down almost equal. We saw just marked drops in adversarial behavior throughout the school.
It's like tying back to friendships, and like I see friendships growing stronger instead of people just, on their phones all the time during lunch and all the hours of the school day.
And coming up at 5, we'll take a closer look at how other students from both Carson and Washoe County school districts feel about these new phone policies. Covering School Watch, Michaela Hardy, 2 News Nevada.
All right, Michaela, thank you. Also in School Watch, the Washoe County School District has new Wi-Fi that's now available to all students and staff. The district now has access to the EduRoam system at all 120 schools and district sites. The system, which the Nevada System of Higher Education already uses, will now let students, teachers, and staff connect to a secure Wi-Fi system at tens of thousands of locations throughout Nevada with a single login. We have a link to learn more about it on our website and our free 2 News Nevada app.
In Fire Watch now, a fire started by lightning in Elko County has more than doubled in size since yesterday. The Cottonwood Peak fire started last Friday, 3 miles north of Tuscarora. It's burned more than 64,000 acres and is just 4% contained so far. Fire crews say the fire crossed Deep Creek Road and is now near Bull Run Reservoir. They're dealing with higher winds and lower humidity in the single digits while they work to increase containment. And firefighters have increased containment on the Rancho fire, which sparked last week in the Rancho Haven area north of Reno. This fire is now 95% contained and holding at just under 1,500 acres.
And clearly we're still very much in the middle of wildfire season. Winds stayed calm in the Truckee Meadows, but as we mentioned, other parts of the state are seeing critical fire weather. Chief Meteorologist Chris Larson is in the Storm Watch Weather Center. Chris, will that continue the rest of this week?
Yeah, I think so. We're going to see hot conditions. Temperatures are going to climb over the next couple of days, and we're going to see those typical afternoon west winds. So it'll be breezy from 3 o'clock in the afternoon through about 8, 9 o'clock at night, and then gradually overnight those winds will back off. But you can see here from the top Mount Rose and looking down into the Truckee Meadows, we've got a beautiful afternoon, plenty of sunshine, and really now looking at the top of those trees up on Mount Rose, not too terribly windy. Let's check our current conditions in downtown at Reno Tahoe International. 92 degrees, west winds at 10 and gusting to 18 miles an hour. So again, it's between now and about 7, 8 o'clock that we're going to continue to hold on to the breezy conditions. Low 80s by 8 o'clock. By midnight, we're down to 71. Overnight, lows will fall off into those low 60s. It's 90 in Yerington, upper 80s for the Carson and Eagle Valleys, mid and upper 70s around the Lake Tahoe Basin, and there you can see your afternoon west winds there at about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Radar in the west is quiet, and you'll see a few showers and thunderstorms out into Elko County. Those are mainly down to the south of the I-80 corridor. Forecast lows for tonight will drop us into the mid-50s for Reno, low 50s Carson City, 53 in Incline Village. Highs tomorrow afternoon in the low 90s, 92 Carson City, upper 80s or low 80s I should say, around the Lake Incline Village with 82 and 91 in Fernley. But look at our 5-day temperature trend. Again, we're going to bounce around in the upper 90s Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and it still looks like our best chance to see some afternoon thunderstorms in the Reno area will be coming up for the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday afternoon. I've got that forecast here in just a couple of minutes.
All right, Chris, thank you. The Nevada Highway Patrol identified a man who died after a crash in Fernley last week. Troopers say 75-year-old Stephen Voris from Papillion, Nebraska, died when his Honda CR-V went off the road on US 50 alternate near Louis Lane and hit a road sign before hitting a house. Voris died at the scene. Troopers say they don't think it was the crash, though, that killed him. A woman who was in the passenger seat had minor injuries. And a crash on 395 near the Parr exit this morning. Well, this is the result. A car caught fire. It happened just before 5 a.m. Nevada Highway Patrol troopers said the car hit the median. Fortunately, and this is kind of shocking, there were no injuries. Wow. And a fire in Carson City that we first told you about yesterday has turned deadly. The Carson City Sheriff's Office says 78-year-old David Harold Kokenauer died after the fire on Joshua Drive. It happened just before 9:30 Saturday night. The cause of this fire is under investigation.
In Crime Beat, a hit-and-run crash in Douglas County last week sent a child to the hospital. According to the Douglas County Sheriff's Office, it happened at the intersection of Tillman and Yellow Jacket Lanes just after 8 p.m. Friday. Deputies say an underage motorcycle rider was hit by a gray Chrysler Pacifica minivan with an unknown Nevada license plate. If you have any information that could help the investigation, you can call the Douglas County Sheriff's Office at 782-5126. You can go ahead and reference the case number that you see down there on your screen. The city of Reno is warning residents about a new scam going around. They say they've received reports of emails that appear to be from DocuSign on behalf of the city. These emails, they say, are not legitimate. So if you do receive one, do not click on the links. Don't download any of the attachments. The city says to report the email and then delete it. The city also says if you're unsure about an email, to contact Reno Direct at this number, 334-4636.
We have new details about how a local government is cracking down on dirt bike riding by underage kids. The city of Sparks is warning against it. Sparks City Attorney Wes Duncan says they're seeing a trend of more unlicensed electric dirt bikes used in neighborhoods and on roads. He says they're mostly being operated by underage kids, and the behavior can be dangerous. Earlier this year, Sparks reported crashes involving these bikes, including one in June, which hospitalized the rider with serious injuries.